tough.
It is super tough.
It is, I think, Big D always says that it's like not that bad, but it's pretty bad. We all know that, you know, it's really bad. I would say it's Ice Climber's worst matchup.
And unlike Ontario, Washington is pretty close to BC,
Yes.
so Justice actually has practice against the best ice climber in the world. And that's the thing you were saying. It's hard because this character kind of separates them just by staying at that mid-range. A lot more characters kind of have to brawl and fight for that luxury, right? But it doesn't matter if you can't get close to Min Min. I mean, we're seeing right now the early game zoning, that 50% just coming from those straight hits, but right now Big D is kind of getting something started.
Yeah, something interesting about this matchup is Ram is so good. You're going to see Justice do that a lot, especially when Dawson is recovering. Because as you see there, when Ice Climbers recovers, the main climber isn't invincible. The Nana is, but you can hit the bottom climber.
That was so smart. He's feinting to go low, using the Sister Twisters to just barely clip on that platform, getting above Justice and that Megawatt F smash. And it's so scary because either of those moves, I mean, that other Ice Climber helpless. And that's another thing. The grab from range is a pretty big deal. A lot of the times when I see Big D play other players, they're not used to being able to grab. But Justice, I feel like, has one of the better grabs on Min Min, and that's the separation we're talking about. Here we go. Let's see if he can survive this interaction.
Oh, and Nana air dodging to the ledge, unable to. So Nana, you know, he wants to try to fast fall Nana there, but Nana just, the CPU just decided, you know what, I want to air dodge and save myself. But, oh, Dawson read that roll too.
Selfish AI. I mean, right now, Justice is going to kind of take this lead and kind of push it further, right? It's definitely a tough stage because I feel like Justice can simply sit underneath these platforms and use the ranged moves. And that was one of the cases where that grab wasn't as planned, but using the iframes of his forward throw is going to protect him from the single twister, and there's no desync there, so that's not going to kill.
Yeah, even though that, you know, this might not be the best stage for a Big D here, there's not very many good stages in this matchup. You know, even on like a stage like FD, you know, Big D has to jump over, you know, the arms to get there. But with that up smash, going to be evening out the stocks here.
And that's something I really like about Big D, and Justice has been dealing with it pretty well. Obviously, the character kind of helps with that, but he would use the second climber and shield backwards. So if you hit one of them, your move kind of like lingers, especially if you grab them, right? He's going to use that up smash or use this up tilt to start some kind of
This is going to be some big damage here. Whenever Big D has Justice in a disadvantage, it is his time to shine and really rack up the percent before Justice is able to get back to center stage. Yeah. Because once Justice is in center stage, you know, that's Justice's time to shine.
I mean, Min Min spawns an advantage, right? You hear that a lot. I mean, that's the thing, right? You have to be able to kind of suffocate Min Min, but this is not the character that you would traditionally expect, and that is a charged Megawatt F smash that's going to take out the other climber.
Big D got a little bit, and that's going to be it. Yeah. Dawson got a little bit greedy there, trying to maintain his advantage. You know, just basically leaving Nana to fend for herself, and Justice was able to capitalize on that.
It's so fun because every time Big D's on stage, I feel like I tend to talk about it more, but the character is like so interesting and dynamic.
He's going to have to go save Nana here, and there he goes. Something that, you know, lots of commentators pop off for, but, you know, that is very, very smart. You can't be losing Nana that early in the stock, and it is worth, you know, not the combo and go and save Nana.
He completely gave up that advantage there. And Justice is kind of using that and farming that luxury in spades right now, just using that center stage to use these tilts and just kind of, that's the thing is you can use one F tilt and then jump after the other one, so it's really ambiguous. It's really difficult to tell when you can get in, right? You're a stubby character like Ice Climbers. Nana's just sent flying off into the stratosphere. Right now, I mean,
Dawson cleaning up that stock, you know, and this is like, you look like an even game. You know, you get one disadvantage station, like right here, this could be an up B angle. Oh, I thought he was going to pull the trigger with all the up B there. BC popping off in the crowd a little bit with that combo.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it earlier against Onin.
Oh, if he got the grab there, that would have been it.
I mean, that was a setup where both climbers desync. That back air is going to...
And the down smash, you have to be ready to DI that move. It sends almost straight up. If you're DIing in on that move, like most people think it sends away, it will just kill you. That move got buffed in one of the last patches in the game. I'm so glad that they buffed that move.
My face is like shocked. There's like
I'm not surprised at all.
That's the thing is there was no kill screen, so like he probably wasn't just ready. Like he's like, I'm gonna take a punish. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, he could get grabbed, or he could just get down smashed from one of the climbers. And Justice was in control for most of that game, but Dawson just kind of slowly picked his
that last stock, he got advantage once and really capitalized.
I mean, it was a dash attack. He got that off of a single dash attack. So that's the thing, right? He didn't even do he hasn't done any fancy decent combos thus far. I mean, as I say that, we're seeing it right now, that up tilt, 2 up tilts in a row, and that's the disadvantage state. Using that back air, deciding to go for the position advantage instead of going for more up airs, and it's kind of paying off right now. Those ice cubes are so scary because if it steals your jump, it doesn't send you very far, but it does rob you of your resources. You just has to be careful.
Interesting little bit about Dawson's play is he's after Blizzard, he's actually opting to throw Justice or with back airs off stage, where normally he would up tilt and get people up in the sky. He does not. It looks like he's really trying to just throw Min off stage, get them out of there, and really try to take stage control and really try to capitalize on everything. Great up smash out from Justice there.
So opting just to switch to the Megawatt, trying to go for an early kill, and just using that Nair. Nair getting substantially better as it switches to the Megawatt. Nice grab, using the back throw, but that's not enough iframes, deciding to freeze, and Nana's just going to run on back, and this is kind of an even game right now. As long as, the Nana AI
just
is
jumping
swinging!
around! Oh my god. And then Nana being able to come back all the way back, but Justice not being able to capitalize, and Nana is just slipping through Justice. Can Nana avoid? And Nana avoids again! Oh my god, this AI.
Nana!
It makes up for the AI in the last game. Nana, can they? Nana is
Nana!
Oh, okay.
That was one too many times.
Okay.
That was
Nana
one too many
needed to
times.
calm down for a sec.
Just needed to calm down. I mean, Justice kept his composure. You missed a couple of times, that sucks, but he ended up cleaning.
Yeah. He's dialed in, and so is Dawson. Both these players so good. They had to make it really far in bracket to make it here, and so far they're looking like they deserve to be here.
I mean, right now you're seeing a little bit of that thing you were talking about with Ram. It's just good because the hitbox extension for some characters makes combos not work. But a lot of Min's combos are these two pieces where you do one arm into the other. So that's actually helping him in the sense that the hitbox for
Oh, and Nana's side being off stage.
That's just the AI, right? Give it and take it.
Yep.
Using that Dragon Arm to snipe Big D during his recovery. And this game is looking a lot more better for Justice. Not that game one was a slouch by any means, but Big D having to
definitely struggling to get in. Hasn't really had, except for like the very first at the start, hasn't really had any advantage. But is able to clean up that stock there. It's not undoable, with Ice Climbers. Something that's that's refreshing to watch. Ice Climbers is never out, and their combos are hype. When I feel like when you're watching like a Luigi or a Kazuya, it's kind of like
Justice.
And
so
JV3 coming out. Yeah.
I like that adjustment that Justice is doing. He knows that he can potentially lose some of that stage that he has if he misses and overcommits with the arms. He was doing one arm dash back jump, one arm maybe using the Dragon Arm to get that extended hitbox. He was kind of switching out which arms he was using to switch up the timings with the Ram and the Dragon Arm hits. So that was really good awareness by Justice. I mean, he didn't let the first stock phase him about like how Nana was kind of, neoing through the matrix through all these arms. I mean, she did it like 3 or 4 times. But Justice is going to take that game too, and we're going to FD. Tell me about the stage pick, dude.
Yeah, so FD, it's like a weird pick because I think in this matchup actually Justice bans Smashville versus Big D, because Smashville, for people at home, is Big D's best stage with Ice Climbers. Whether or not it's a great Ice Climbers map, I'm not sure, but he really loves that top plat to really side B to, and it's like a really great neutral resetter for him, as well as really take advantage of his advantage with that short plat. But FD, it's nice and long. He's gonna have to be able to jump in a lot, and you're gonna see him try to go high with those side Bs to try to get in, and then start up a decent combo. But right now, Justice is putting up this wall that, there we go. There's a side B.
We saw that first 25 seconds, it was kind of an exchange of just what they've learned. Big D's been kind of slow walking towards Justice, just shielding, and that's kind of how he found his first opening. But Justice understands that. He knows he has to mix in those pivot grabs to get Ice Climbers just off of him, and that's kind of the 50-50 that we have with the stage, because we no longer have that platform for extra mobility and things that you can get stuck on, and that's kind of how Big D has to navigate through this, and Justice has to be aware that once they're in my face just like this, right, I have to pick that person, I have to use this dash, I have to get them off of me, or else the combos can start and the pressure can start. Because at that range, even if you're hitting their shield, he's still close to you, and the climbers can get closer and closer, trying to go for that desync. Here's that ledge trap back air. It's so scary, forcing you to roll in.
Yep, it does so much shield damage, and it kills too. That's something that a lot of people don't account for when they're playing against the Ice Climbers. The double shield stun as well. You feel like you're locked in that shield, you're locked in place. It can be really scary, and it causes you to make the panic options that we saw there from Justice.
Justice just right now has to take the slow. You don't really have to be too scared of one climber. I mean, just send him off stage and just edge like that. But
Big D has taken souls with this Sopo. Let's not forget.
It's a scary thing. I mean, you're technically in the lead, but right now you've lived through 2 ledge trap situations, and Justice having a third one. Let's see if the mix-up from Big D is strong enough, but the delay is just going to be enough. And
didn't even try to make it back there.
Yeah, I mean, at that point.
That dash attack coming in with the up airs. I wonder. Okay, I know up E is true at some percent. I don't know what percent that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary combo for sure, but he's not deciding to rip it right now. I mean,
Dawson slowly gaining center stage here. Getting pushed back by this Ram, but he's slowly gaining on Justice. Oh, but Justice able to get the grab. This is going to be really dangerous for Big D here.
Oh,
but able to get advantage.
The tech chase was super smart, but Dawson having the other ice climber on the other side of the stage, recovering from that tech interaction. Looking for a roll, perhaps Justice is a little too eager. Now he's starting to jump in that corner. Big D is completely in control of the situation. 2 back airs, looking for that roll once again. And that's the scary thing, right? Nice parry from Justice. That's exactly what he needed to get out of that situation. And he's rewarded with that Mega Watch full charge F smash on Nana, and that's gonna result in her dying.
Yep, it's just so quick how it can turn. You know, Big D looked fully in control at ledge there, in advantage for quite a bit of time, but Justice able to get out of that disadvantage station and really put himself in a great position. But look out, Sopo.
That was that delay, right? You're used to 2 climbers going for 2 hits, but Big D using that back air in the last possible second, but Ram's just gonna cover so many options right now.
Justice is rolling. Call him rolling because of the way he's rolling right now. Holy. He's rolling back and forth.
Rolling back and forth. I mean, sometimes you just want to get out. I mean, it's kind of scary, right? Because the last time you let
this is really dangerous. Nana has to recover. Dawson's gonna. He doesn't even try to go down and save. That is really unfortunate there. Nana up being a little too early, I think. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, but Justice now looking to capitalize on this solo climber adventure here.
Yeah, that double parry leading
what
to an
a great
F-smash
neutral
and
get up.
Call out on that neutral get up. It's so scary. He's like, I know you're rolling. We mentioned it earlier, right? And that's the same thing for ledge. He was rolling a lot, using that uppy instead of the Sister Twister. I mean, is it Sister Twister if you don't have both of them?
Nah, I don't know.
And opting decide to go using that charged megawatt, the range nerf on that is going to make Dawson just barely away, and that megawatt F smash is not killing.
This is going to be tough for him to get back, but he does the delayed side B there, but that megawatt is going to take it. Justice popping off on that game 2. He's pumped up.
He's pumped up. I mean, that's scary, right? Like game 1, you were in control, and then Big D making that comeback. Game 2 was a lot more rough. I mean, earlier on it was basically 50-50, but Justice is feeling himself, and that's the kind of thing you need for your momentum, right? Everyone now is basically on a loser's run trying to get out. Actually, no, this is the start of a new pool, if I recall.
No, this is to make top 8.
Oh, this is to make top 8?
Yeah, this is to make top 8, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, this is the continuation. I apologize to the viewers, but I mean, this game right now, it's looking really good for Justice. He's on that cusp of making it out of that top.
This could be huge. Top 8 a poor priority. You know, we got a stack tournament going on. Big D opting to take it right back to FD. See what adjustments he can make. What do you think went wrong in the last game?
I think Justice is just adapting more to the space behind him instead of like holding his ground, right? Because he's kind of letting Big D take all of this slowly, but he knows that that's what Big D has to do, right? So just pick your moments, right? You're given 2-3 opportunities, right? You don't have to minimize it to the one. Oh, nice save on that other climber, but great grab. Big D is struggling to get out of this corner. Parry on the second hit is going to lead him to big damage, right? And this is kind of the battle we're happening. It's the 2-piece versus the huge combos, and that Dragon Arm.
This could be very dangerous for Dawson, but he's able to get the climbers back together.
So that Sakurai angle is kind of scary, but it's not going to find his
down
mark.
smash.
So tense. Oh, nice mix-up from Justice.
Such great patience from Dawson there.
That's the thing, is like you can't really edgeguard Min if you're not a character that can recover from that deep. You especially don't want to do that when you're reliant on that AI. I figured he would do a bigger punish on that perfect shield, but opting decide to not go for that FD lower ceiling, but that's not still gonna kill the second delayed hit from the Dragon Arm.
How he went through the stage, that was crazy. This first stock here is really important, and Dawson's able to take, I mean not Dawson, Justice is able to take the first stock here. Let's see what Justice can cook up with this last little bit of his first stock here.
No desync on the climbers, having to land right away, not enough time to set up for a desync. Justice being pushed to the corner, deciding to go for that drop zone with the arms, and that's kind of the thing. Big D's having a really hard time dealing with that, but it doesn't matter. Justice was kind of feeling a little scared using that dash attack as that first option.
Yeah, most characters, Justice can just, dash attack right through, shields when he's doing it that close, but it seemed like with a double shield there, he was kind of stuck, like, in that, in the area. He didn't cross up.
Yeah, there's no cross up. I mean, you have to cross up 2 people. That's 2 big bodies, right? And that Sister Twister's not going to lead to much. Using that rapid jab, get him off of me, and that's the game, right? Just Big D just needs this one big
slowly inching forward to center stage and gets that dash attack. Something that Dawson's have lots of mileage on. Getting the side B, that's a lot of percent there.
Yeah, I mean, Justice took 70% in around 20-30 seconds. Big D took that in 5, right? Yeah. But you have to play a minefield guessing game. Are you right? Are you right? Are you right? That delayed hit, I like that. Justice is switching up the timings in that close quarters range. He's making Dawson guess, and Nana is...
Scary situation here, but opting just to empty land on the ledge was such a good option.
Jump, no low percent. You're not going to die to another up air, but that F tilt's going to send Justice in a precarious situation. Nice patience by Big D, and that back air shield poking.
Yep. The mallets be doing work there, and the down tilt is going to send Justice too far away. Justice leaning back in his chair a little bit. Obviously, we got conflicting crowds here. We got Canada, we got Washington. You know, everyone's trying to cheer for their...
You know, I'm Oregon, so I have to be the equalizer in this,
yes.
in this block.
Oh, and the neutral get-up read from Justice, putting himself one step closer to top 8.
That's nice air dodge, avoiding more damage, but reading the wrong side on the arm. I haven't talked about it, but Min Min has the ability to shoot an arm in one way. She's not committed, and that dash attack is racking up that percent, 87%. Here's that center stage, trying to go for the jump call out. Big D's just doing the classic. Nice jump to avoid the grab.
Great read from Dawson, and that up air is not going to come out just yet, but he waits for it.
Tech.
And no tech in the down smash is going to take it. Again, that buffed down smash is so strong.
Even when there was that freeze frame, right, we had the sparks. Justice still didn't get the right TI, and Justice is looking down.
Justice is looking a little defeated here. He has to recoup himself in order to take this. It is game 5. He's still in it. He's in it to win it. You know, you got to put your best foot forward here. Dawson trying to do that himself. You know, coming off that big run at the Ludwig Invitational, he wants to make sure that he's at the top of the pedestal still.
I mean, Panda Cup Grand Finale.
Yeah, he's got it coming up. You know,
it's around the corner, right? Several strong players have already qualified, and we have a definitive game 5 for top 8. This is going to be loser side, so there's no second chance. We have the crowd coming alive.
Yeah, we got the heart coming up from Big D. We got the we love Min Min from Justice. You know.
And the dynamic has changed once again. Big D can't necessarily use that slow walk because of this platform. He's going to kind of camp underneath it. So jump as an option is going to be a little bit weak. And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the We Love Min Min chat is coming out for Justice. And right now, he's starting off
Big D's little fishing for that dash attack. Has been punished a couple times just because he's trying to run in, get that dash attack, get that big damage, trying something else with a Sister Twister. But Justice is just putting up this wall that is just too much for Dawson to get in right now, but here it is, dashing at. Yeah, they're just dashing after each other.
Yeah, they're just dashing at each other, but Big D was anticipating that step back, so maybe he's a little bit more used to this timing. I say that, but he's still taking 81% for his troubles, right? Again, you have to keep guessing, you have to keep going through this minefield that are the Min Min tilts and that Ram to get anything started. Like you said, dash attack is a main way of getting in, but nice. Justice is using those nairs to mix up his timings on the landing. The Dragon Arm not going to find anything. Switching to Megawatt Nair.
Oh, and here's the damage. Oh my. 52 only, and the double Megawatt, but this first climber able to live a little bit longer, but Justice being able to take that very important stock lead here.
And I feel like Justice needs to be a little bit more careful on Dawson's Angel platform respawn. Oh, that's so scary. If it's taking a jump, and this is going to kill.
Yep. That is a very important desync combo coming out from Big D.
That was the first desync combo we've seen that actually led to a kill, right?
Yep.
That's the thing. Justice is making it so hard for Dawson to get these combos. But the thing is Justice has been a little too complacent underneath the Angel platform. That's how Dawson has been getting these openings, right? Dash attack.
He's been trying to catch those neutral get-ups and rolls with the F smash, but Big D being able to switch it up there and doing some damage here while he's evening it up.
I mean, that was a great awareness of his character. He had to do a drop zone up air to get that second follow-up, because if he's tried to short hop, he might have been too far away from Justice. But right now, this advantage state is paying off. He's keeping it going.
And another decent combo, and this might be it. Oh, but he doesn't match fast enough. Wow, Justice with a slow match that comes in handy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're still in the ice block, you get all of that protection, right? You're not going to get sent anywhere, so that F smash is only going to give you that
Very smart. That was very, very smart plays by Justice there, not matching out. I'm not sure if he was just too slow or meant to do that. Big D looking for the kill here.
And that forward throw gonna protect him against the other climber, right? Justice is aware he's played this matchup several times. Nana with the best air dodge of her life, but now separating the climbers.
Nana able to come back, runs all the way. Nana be sprinting though.
Nana is sprinting, coming
and the
to
ice
her brother's aid, and that
Justice
ice
keeping his jump, and the up smash coming out. They're just match attacking. It is so tough in here. It is so tense in this room right now. Everyone clinching on to see who is going to be taking this first stock, and it's looking like Dawson is going to lose the first stock here. Big D possibly on his tournament stock here. What can he muster up? If he has anything left in the tank, he's gone on a
That
big
dash
run, but
back, that step
giving it
back
up.
from Justice has gotten called out. He preemptively jumped forward, trying to get that fair, and it's going to connect. Nano with the best perfect shield, and there's another one, but deciding to jump, avoiding that dash attack. Dawson really needs this kind of momentum. A combo starter, Sister Twister like that, but good DI from Justice to avoid the follow-up, but the sledge trap is still so scary. This is where Big D gets all his mileage. We don't see any ice
Oh,
bombs
and
taking
Dawson in a scary space off stage. Nana has enough speed, but Nana able to teleport
this
back.
punish, back air, really good position.
What a
spot.
great recovery from Big D, able to get himself back into advantage. What can he do with it?
The delay, nice up smash,
Great
good
up smash out
awareness.
of shield.
Nice grab and the coverage with that
This
back
is
throw.
gonna be huge.
Nana in the
is
matrix, but
dead. But
Nana-
Dawson has Justice off stage. This Sopo has to do some percent. Goes for the ledge jump for the first time of the set. This is so close.
no
and then-
jump and calling it out with Megawatt Fair. Not exactly enough. Switching back to the Ram Ram, try to go for
and
the.
that's gonna be
that's
it.
gonna be it.
Yeah.
And Justice,
And Justice
takes
tops
it
off.
over Big D.
And a huge pop-off coming out from Justice, getting mobbed by his home crowd here in Washington. Dawson leaning back in his chair. Obviously, he did not want to see that. That is so tough. A really hard matchup, and Dawson really put in his heart. He is really feeling it.
And that is top 8. I think that is the first top 8 major win or entrance for Justice. And he's going to do it with the crowd behind him, and what better
Yep.
place to do it than your own hometown.
Yep, I think that makes it 4 wins in a row for Justice over Big D, something that Big D just has to figure out if he wants